All right, on to the next question, and we'll play a little bit off of this, this theme of checks and balances and whatnot. Certainly a contentious issue that has gotten a lot of attention over the last year has been that involving the current finance director, who has been on paid leave, suspended since last October. You have our city council that has voted not to fire the finance director, as the mayor has requested in this case, and has said that an investigation produced by the administration was compromised because of some disagreements that he had, whereas the administration has said that those disagreements shouldn't matter, that they have not found that the finance director works well with employees, and they should have the power to fire the finance director and not be obstructed by city council. So the question, given this background, is should the mayor's administration have the ability to terminate department heads in this case, or should city council retain the ability to stop him in the event that they feel that it's being done improperly? We'll start with Ms. Darrow in this case.
Thanks, John, for the question. First of all, let's go back to the next one, and it goes into this one. If the residents want to change the charter, change the charter. We are a chartered city, and it's very clear. The charter is voted on by the people. The mayor can fire anybody that he wants to. A department head, someone that is appointed by the council, cannot be fired without majority of council. Council can fire a department head with a supermajority. Okay, the charter is voted on by the people. If you do not like the charter, then change it. Go and put it on the ballot and make your changes, okay, that you want to change to the charter. But in the meantime, I took an oath of office, and I'm upholding my oath of office, and I'm following all the rules and the laws of Macedonia, Ohio, and accordingly to my charter, okay? He cannot be fired because majority said no. And the mayor and 2 council members are in violation of that charter as we speak, because they will not bring this man back to work. That's what the charter says, and it needs to be done. And I've said it over and over and over again. Bring the man back because we said no.
All right, Mr. Miller.
I am supporting the finance director, and I have intimate knowledge, both sides of the story. And in this particular case, if you've ever been bullied, if you've ever been unjustly fired or dismissed, if you've ever worked for a bad boss, you'll understand. In this particular case, I support the finance director. But the situation should have never happened. It could have been avoided, and I think it's a matter of personality clashes. And this is one of those rare occasions where both sides are right. Nick has said that we're supposed to be legislators, not administrators, and that it's not our job to dictate to the administration. But the people of the town also want the administration to be fair and honest and operate with integrity. And in this particular case, there's questions of whether that in fact happened. I think this is a case where both sides have some right to their arguments. And Nick is right again when he said that his job is not to be a referee in this matter. So I think we saved a lot of money by...
Mr. Miller, could you stop, please? Okay. Mr. Bielkie, your turn.
Thank you. Yeah, my answer might surprise you. I believe in the city charter, and I've never argued one time that the council did not have the right not to terminate him. That was their oath, and that's what they took. But after a year's time, don't you think one of them would have stepped up and said, you know, it doesn't mandate me in this charter that I so cherish. It doesn't say I can't fire him. It says it only needs 2/3 of the majority of city council. So I know I've said it, and I probably have, I'm going to change my answer a little bit. It's not council that's paying Scott Saab. It's not the mayor that's paying Scott Saab. It's the taxpayers of the city of Macedonia that's paying them. And that's what we need to stop. It's been going on for too long, and nobody wants to step up. Now, I talked to all the employees. I wouldn't say that, I'm sorry, not all the employees. I talked to a lot of the employees at the city building, and not one person would vouch for him. Not one person said, I think what they're doing is wrong, we want that guy back. It was mostly the other way. Adamantly, don't want that guy back. I feel bad for the people that work in the finance department because Ms. Dahl or Ms. Heineken never spoke to them about it, what they wanted, what they thought about him. Terrible. But they want to stand up in council meetings and say, I cherish this charter that I'm hiding behind because the people who are losing out are the people of Macedonia.
All right, Mr. Molnar.
You know, the charter is very clear, and I'm going to piggyback on that as well. But in the same respect, my car says I can go 160 miles an hour. Doesn't mean I should. The problem we're having right now is we're at about $200,000 invested into this man. As Kevin said, that's the taxpayers' money. You can't say it's the mayor. You can't say it's council. We're wasting money. The man is a cancer to the community, and it's a disservice to the people that live in this community. And the longer we let this linger, instead of moving on and parting ways and saying, you know what, it's time to move on, you know, it didn't work out, and get another finance director in there, because all this year, our finances, I'm not real confident in where we're at. We don't have a finance director in place. I find a lot of the things that I've been told to be false. I asked the question every year, Mr. Schwab, what is going to be the unencumbered carryover? At the beginning of the year, when he was still here, he told me it would be $3.5 million. At the last check that the mayor sent an email, we have $8.5 million in there. That's a huge, huge difference. Where's the money? Why was it so much different? Why are we so far off? I guess the problem that we keep having is we point the finger back to our legal department, when in reality is if you watch the meeting from May, where Mr. Dimmoff cross-examined our legal department and they talked about the different things that had taken place, I think any rational person will look at that and say, yeah, it's probably time for him to go. And it's overdue, and I feel that we should move on.
All right, Ms. Darrow, you have 60 seconds to respond if you wish to do so.
This situation is the charter protects that employee. And the charter is very clear. We should not have even been discussing this stuff except for an executive session. And what has happened to this employee publicly can actually hurt our city. And I've said it over and over and over again. I have asked by emails, by letters, by verbally, I've asked the mayor several times to return him to work. And he says he can't. I said, why not? He says, I can't. I said, are you not the mayor? And he says, I can't. Okay? And first of all, the mayor should not be allowing any of the employees to discuss Mr. Schwab with anybody. Okay? Because he can he can sue us right now for defamation of character. And I'm protecting the city.
Mr. Miller?
That's what I was about to say when I ran out of time, is the lawsuit that this guy could win far exceeds what we paid. We're talking millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. We've really kind of not handled the ball the right way on this. Some people claim that it's a battle of egos. Some people say that you know, he discovered things that were amiss with the mayor. Some people say that he was picked on and that he was persecuted and he was put in a position where he was guaranteed to fail. I just know that not having a finance director in the last year could not be good for Macedonia. And it could not be good for the administration. They need to settle it.
Mr. Bielkie?
You know, like I said, I talked to the employees, I talked to the mayor, I begged council. You know, don't support a man that doesn't live in our community over the people who do. I've asked them that, I said that in a speech. But we continue to do that because we won't step up and make the decision that was best for the city of Macedonia. And I know if I get elected, that'll be the first thing that I do. Thanks.
All right, Mr. Molnar, you have 60 seconds.
I've suggested a number of ways that we can resolve this problem. It wasn't just, you know, let the man go and he can fend for himself. I think we really got to take a long, hard look at how long we're going to let this thing linger and what we're going to do. Ask yourself one question. In what job in the real world would this nonsense go on? and that's where I'll leave it.